Welcome to Ask A and K. I'm Oliver, your resident sounding board. In today's episode, we're diving into two of the questions most often asked by entrepreneurs. Whether you're just starting your entrepreneurial journey or considering a pivot, I hope you'll find today's tips valuable. One of the biggest challenges entrepreneurs face is wondering if their idea is actually viable. We've all been there. You wake up at 3 a.m. in exhilaration, convinced you've got the next big thing, but by breakfast, you're already second-guessing it. So, how do you really know? First, ask yourself clearly, does this idea solve a real, tangible problem? Think about Airbnb. Back in the early days, their founders recognized a simple problem. Travelers needed affordable, convenient lodging options, and locals had unused space in their homes. They clearly identified a real-world problem and built a solution around it. But in the beginning, they were left to discover if their target customer wanted the solution. They had to determine if there was demand. So the next question you must ask yourself, is there measurable market demand? Are enough people experiencing this problem that they'd be willing to use your solution? It can't just be a few close friends. It needs to be a substantially objective group. Friends and family are often a direct extension of who you are and can be a feedback loop. Break outside of your bubble to determine if the scope of the problem reaches beyond your immediate sphere of influence. Finally, are potential customers showing a genuine interest or a willingness to buy your solution? That interest might come through early signups, requests for demos, or even informal commitments. These are validators that your idea may be viable. Action tip. The best thing you can do at this early stage is to validate your idea quickly and cheaply, what we call creating a minimum viable product, or an MVP. Talk directly to potential customers through interviews, send out simple surveys, and do your homework with market research. Getting out of the building and talking to real people will tell you a lot more than assumptions ever will. All right, so you've got a solid idea. The next question that typically arises is, when should I quit my job and go full-time? This is a big one, and it's a very personal decision. I remember a friend who had a fantastic idea for a health tech startup. He quit his job too soon without really validating his idea or having enough savings. The stress nearly overwhelmed him. On the flip side, I've also seen founders wait too long to go all in, missing critical opportunities that would have given them substantial market share. So how do you find that balance? First, your idea should already be validated, meaning you've achieved some traction. This doesn't mean millions in revenue right away, but early signs that your concept has legs. Maybe you've already made some sales, received investment commitments, or have a rapidly growing customer waitlist. Rule of thumb, no traction, no quitting. Next, make sure you have financial runway. Typically, 6 to 12 months worth of expenses covered. Knowing you have this buffer will make a huge difference for your mental wellness. It gives you breathing room to focus on building your business rather than panicking about bills. Lastly, do a realistic personal risk assessment. Be honest about your comfort level and your personal life circumstances. Not everyone has the same risk tolerance, and that's okay. You need to feel confident in your decision because entrepreneurship is challenging enough without constant anxiety about survival. Here's my advice: transition strategically. Build initial traction while you're still employed if possible. Start evenings, weekends, whatever it takes. Once you have clear signs of product-market fit and some steady progress, it's usually safe to take the leap. Entrepreneurship is about risk, but smart, calculated risks, not blind ones. Today we've covered just two of the most frequent questions early entrepreneurs ask. Hopefully you're feeling clearer already. Remember, entrepreneurship is a journey, and you don't have to do it alone. We're just getting started, and there's plenty more to unpack in the next episode. If you have more questions or something specific you'd like covered next time, just shoot us an email to ask@asherandkeith.com with your most burning inquiries. Don't worry, your questions will be answered anonymously, so feel free to be open and transparent. Until then, keep building, keep dreaming, and stay curious.